signal's not the greatest out here, you guys. It was just reconnecting for like 30 seconds when I jumped on, but hello, hello. I have been wanting to come live for a few days just to catch up because I have a lot going on in my life. Been busy this year and I wanted to talk about it. So, it's Friday, Fearless Friday. Say hello as you're jumping on. I was actually in my afternoon meditation. As many of you know, or may not know, I started school recently at Maharishi International University for my bachelor's in consciousness and human potential, and learning and implementing transcendental meditation twice a day is like a mandatory thing. And so just because it has so many profound benefits, helping you get into coherence, and you basically get more rest, rejuvenation, repair on a cellular level in 20 minutes of TM than it just improves so many things. It's 2020, before that even, I put that out there and I didn't even really know what it meant. Reprogram the mind. And now I literally, the work that I do is with proven neuroscience, epigenetics, and quantum physics, which is basically really advanced science on how to rewire the brain and recode the DNA so we can reach higher levels of potential. And it's crazy because now I'm actually going for my bachelor's in, like I said, consciousness and human potential, because it's always been my intention to help awaken people to higher levels of their own personal potential. And my personal mission has been to transform the world one person at a time. And I started with myself because that's where all true change and transformation begins. Like Rumi said, the greatest gift you can give the world is that of your own transformation. And so I love Maharishi International University because it's a bunch of truth seekers. We're all just seeking the truth, questioning all the things, and it's really cool. It's been really awesome. And then we, in the first few weeks, have been learning about creating new habits, and it's crazy because the same thing that's what we've been doing in this other program, the Unstoppable Figure year-long program that I mentioned that I'm doing. And so we learned about in school neurohacking to create new habits, because we all know we're stuck in our ways, right, so to speak. And there's a reason for all that. We get addicted to ways of thinking, being, and doing because the chemicals that we release, neuropeptides, and we're literally, the post I put up this morning, like, we're not wired for change. We're wired to live in fear and survival, and just to keep, our subconscious just wants to keep us safe. And there's a lot to relearn. But first you have to unlearn. You have to unwire and rewire. The program's in your mind. That's what I use this neuroscience for. You guys, I'm not going to get too technical into that stuff. Unless you want to know more, you can definitely reach out. But yeah, so I have this quote here. I just threw out an old wallet and the baby pulled it out, and it's by Marianne Williamson, and she has a book called Return to Love. And basically it's kind of like, also like Gabrielle Bernstein's book, The Universe Has Your Back. It's basically talking about like the things that I've been talking about, how we're having this shift in consciousness and we're moving from fear to love. We're waking up, remembering who we are. We're taking our power back, ego to soul, material to spirit, lack and scarcity into abundance. It's a paradigm shift. And we've been talking about paradigms this week in school too. What is a paradigm? It's just your construct, your worldview, the way you see the world based on what you've been taught, your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, your perception of the world. Your mindset is creating your reality. But that's what she's talking about in her book, how we're returning to love. We're all just spiritual beings having a human experience. We come here to experience life, learn, grow, expand, and evolve to higher levels of self, to awaken, to know thyself, to love thyself, forgive thyself, and all these things. So let me read this quote. Love is what we're born with. Fear is what we learn. The spiritual journey is the unlearning of fear and prejudices and the acceptance of love back into our hearts. Love is the essential reality and our purpose on earth, to be consciously aware of it, to experience love in ourselves and others, is the meaning of life. Meaning does not lie in things. Meaning lies in us. Again, that's by Marianne Williamson. From the book, I think it's a quote from the book Return to Love, or one of her books. Basically, we're returning to self. You know, it's a spiritual awakening of self-discovery. You're discovering, who are you? To know thyself and love thyself. And ultimately, you realize, I am that I am. Holy shift, it's been me the whole time. I'm the creator of my reality, my thoughts, my beliefs, my choices, my decisions create my reality. And so if I want to create something new, I have to rewire and create new habits and create new patterns. And this is what we've been doing in the first few weeks of school and this new program that I just started. So, and that's not coincidence, right? Synchronicity. Everything in the universe is divine. So, with that being said, got that all going on. It's going really amazing. Working on my own habits of, implementing transcendental meditation twice a day. I am finding it to be amazing. I love, love, love doing it. I love doing it in the sun. We were talking about the importance of getting sunlight, especially now. The light. So light carries information. And you think of like a TV, the energy, the light, the vibration, frequency, the sound is coming through that cord, and then boom, onto the TV, right? So light is carrying that information, that energy through that power cord, and then it comes out into the TV, right? If that makes sense, through the power cord, through the cable. It's all around us, and so I'm on a live. Can you grab it? We have a return from Amazon, and the Amazon truck's here, and we have to be up front. I had got this Roomba, and it's like, I didn't really like it too much, so I got another one. I'm returning that one. All right, so what the heck was I saying? Right, so I lost my train of thought here. Hold on a second. So in the same way, the light coming in from the sun right now is measured in something called the Schumann resonance, and the light coming in, the solar flares, is off the charts. Like, they measure this, and it's off the charts more so than it's ever been throughout known history. Okay, and that means that there's a lot of new information coming in. And what this means to me, or is symbolic of what I'm aware of in my experience and my knowledge, is that this is the age of Aquarius, when the water bearer is pouring new knowledge down to earth, and light has information. And also, from what I'm learning in school, and I knew this as well, it's just confirmation really, light can activate new portions of our DNA, right? We have so-called junk DNA, but it's not junk. Our creator did not make us with junk, right? So that DNA can be activated, and the light coming in now is why we're seeing this massive shift in consciousness, and more people awakening to and being open to wanting to seek and question and turn away from the old systems and break free from the matrix. And like, this is what I've been seeing unfold in my life, and it's like, holy shift, holy shift, holy shift. And so just this year, like I said, after doing this work, I decided in January 2020 I wanted to become a coach, so I'd have tools to help people more affordably. Did the Akashic Records, I did neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, time techniques, emotional freedom tapping technique, transformational course in the alchemy of integrative coaching, led me to the magnetic mind method, the 5 steps of conscious creation. This is the neuroscience, quantum physics, and epigenetics. Really advanced science tells us we can change from the inside out on a cellular level. Also, in the midst of this, I'm like having my own spiritual awakening and really stepping into my gifts. And so I kind of help bridge that gap between science and spirituality, because not only am I using the neuroscience and the epigenetics and like legit stuff, but I also use alchemy and hermetic principles and universal law, like the law of attraction and, karma. This is where everything's energy, right? So this is what okay, again, signal horrible. I'm back. All right, so I was in the midst of this also. I've been studying quantum physics, and Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, these brilliant minds who believe that not only is change possible, but they can show us how to change. And this is like the work that I do now, and it's just flipping mind-blowing to me, you guys. I set that intention January 2020. I have not stopped since. I had 2 home births in between. So 2 books this year, 3 virtual summits. Oh, that reminds me, I'm speaking at a summit tomorrow, the Conscious Mothers Rising Summit. You can check, maybe I'll drop some links in here later after I finish this, but okay, I'm going to finish up here because the baby's coming to me. I'm going to let you say hi to the baby. He's not a baby anymore. He's like already over a year old. He turned a year July 20th. And so, what was I saying about just everything unfolding and my intention of becoming a coach and now having all these tools to help more people and going to school for these things and just implementing it more and more and more, continuing to watch it unfold. The summit, the summits, Conscious Mothers Rising Summit, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be on there. There's a link on my timeline. Hey, Chunk, come here. Come say hi. And the Empowered Mamas thing, lots of amazing things coming full circle this year, because there's a process to creation, but we always reap what we sow. It's just you have to plant the seeds, you have to germinate, cultivate, and then the harvest, which you always reap what you sow. But there is a process, and we have all these limiting beliefs and things that are just holding us back. And I've been doing this work. It was my intention to reprogram, and now I have all these tools, and I'm ready to help more people. So here I am, and reach out. I love you guys, and I'm gonna let you say hi to the baby. And I want to tell you about trauma really quick. What trauma? Oh, I did tell you. Or no, I didn't. I think I created a reel. But basically, trauma is an experience that we go through. It's a really heavy emotion attached to it, because that's what a memory is. A memory is an experience attached to an emotion. So what happens is these emotions are so heavy that we normally would metabolize them, but you don't. You don't metabolize it. So what happens is your body creates a protein to store that emotion in, and that protein goes and sticks on your DNA, and it doesn't metabolize. And that is what trauma is, okay? But with this neuroscience and epigenetics, really advanced science, like it tells us now that we have the power and potential to rewrite, recode our DNA, that our genetics are not set in stone. Like neuroscience is revolutionizing the field of psychology, and what they previously thought was possible, that we could not break down long-term memory. We now know that we can. We can fire and wire new programs. We can break down old programs, create new programs, new habits, new patterns, new beliefs. When you do this, you're changing your paradigm. Holy shift, holy shift, holy shift. You're shifting your mindset. You're shifting your reality. You're shifting your paradigm. And this is what I've been seeing. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you shift all that stuff, your outer world changes. Because in truth, and this is quantum physics, your inner world creates your outer world. As within, so without. And so your mindset's creating your reality. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, your emotions are leading to your actions or inactions, and you just get caught in the same thing. Karmic loops over and over, subconscious programming, doing the same thing. And that's the definition of insanity, to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. You got to do something different, okay, based on what you're choosing to create. Okay, what do I want to create? What do I need to do? What are my focused and committed action steps to getting there? And I've been going through this process every week for a couple of years now, where in the beginning of the week, I go through this lenses process and I zoom in on my vision and what are my next steps, and I take those steps, and I've been taking those steps for a long time, and consistency is key, right? And this chunk just woke up, I think. He had been napping. That's why Mom jumped on here when she had some time. Now he's awake and he wants the mama, and it's a beautiful sunny day in Pennsylvania, so I am sending you lots of positive vibes and love and truth, love and light and peace. Oh, and I guess that was it. Oh, and one more thing, the power of attention, your focus. Where energy, where focus goes, energy flows. What you focus on, you create. what you focus on expands. What you give your time, energy, and attention to, you create. And so you get to choose. Beings of free will and choice, I choose to focus my time, energy, and attention on the things that I value. God bless you. On the things that I love. I focus on my vision, my passion, my purpose. And that's how you find your purpose. You follow your passion. What are you passionate about? For me, I'm passionate about human transformation and the process of creation. And so I just kept one huge leap of faith after another, following that calling. This is what I love. I just love it. I'm in school and it's like I'm not even in school because I love it. If you love what you do, it's not work, right? Work for love, not money, and the money will come. Right, Chunk? You're going to live your true nature and purpose. So that's one of the core 4 choices. Your true nature and purpose. I choose to live my true nature and purpose. You're a being of free will and choice. So you get to choose what you create. You get to choose what you think, how you feel. You got to take some conscious effort and work. That inner work, right? You got to clean up that inner world, the trauma. I told you what trauma is. I told you how you can get rid of it. If you want to learn more, reach out. But if you want more details, you just choose it. Remove what's in the way. You take the aligned action, and you start to create it. And the secret to change isn't to focus on fighting the old, but on creating the new. Because what we focus on, we create. So you can't create a new future stuck in a familiar past. So your mind can either be a record of the past or a map to the future. So figure out where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. Create a vision for your life. Follow it boldly. Never give up. Never give up. Right, Chunk? I was going to say something. Oh, your true nature and purpose is one of the core 4 choices. Your true nature, you're a pure creative spirit. You're connected to God, source, universe, divine intelligence, infinite creator, whatever you choose to call it. It's one infinite, eternal quantum field of pure creative conscious energy. You're the consciousness, the awareness, the chi, the prana, the energy within the body. Okay, you are the hands and the feet. You are the temple, all those things. It works through you. Okay, so everything's energy, you guys. Frequency, vibration. Matter is 99.9999% empty space. E equals MC squared, right? So what you put out is what you're getting back. That energy begets. I'm a pure creative spirit, and your purpose is to express that creativity in the most authentic way possible. So you get to be you and share all of you. And in simply doing that, you're living your true nature and purpose. You get to express that creativity in the most authentic way possible. You are who you are, and you get to be you, right? Okay, Chonka. We're going to jump off of here. So that was a quick catch-up. And tomorrow is the summit, y'all. Check it out, Conscious Mothers Rising. I'll be speaking tomorrow on how to become unstoppable in your own life. I was actually featured in the Becoming an Unstoppable Woman magazine in the beginning of this year. And then the book, and now another book, and all these things, you guys. And I've just been watching it all unfold. And I would love to tell you more. So for now, I'm off this. I love you guys. Truth, love, and light. Have a namaste. Bye.